They thought I wouldn't notice. That I'd come back from my trip, open the door, and just shrug when the lights didn't turn on, the fridge was warm, and my security system was dead. But let me tell you something, when both Karen's sisters mess with the wrong house, they don't just get caught. They get sued. It started when I took a business trip to Seattle for 6 days. My villa sits at the end of a private lane in a gated HOA neighborhood, quiet, high-end, and apparently full of bored suburban tyrants. I had Nest cams. A Ring doorbell. Backup solar. But somehow, none of it mattered when I landed home Friday night and stepped into a cold, silent, lifeless house. The power had been cut, not tripped, cut. I blinked at the breaker panel. Off. Locked. Sealed with duct tape. What the? I whispered, flicking at the tape. My heartbeat picked up. Then I noticed the fridge. Spoiled. Leaking. Reeking. A whole month of meal preps and high-end steaks ruined. I backed away, gagging slightly. Something was wrong. Very, very wrong. I called the electric company. They said the HOA requested a security shutdown 2 days ago due to a fire hazard. What fire hazard? My house is new construction with cleared brush for 50 feet around. I asked for the name on the request. They hesitated, then muttered, Karen Mitchell. HOA Vice President. Oh, hell no. Karen Mitchell, platinum bob, pinched face, always wore beige pantsuits like she was in court every day of her life. And her sister? Rachel Mitchell, self-declared neighborhood safety officer, and local gossip commandant. The Karen sisters. Dynamic duo of nonsense. I stormed over to their door. Knocked. No answer. Knocked again. Still nothing. Then creak. The blinds moved. I saw her. Karen. Smirking. She didn't open the door. I shouted through the door, "You cut my power while I was gone. That's a federal offense, you lunatic." A pause. Then, her muffled voice, "You violated HOA Code 14C. Overgrown rosemary. Could have caused a fire. My rosemary bush. You turned off my entire house because of a shrub." She replied, "Technically, it was my sister who submitted the hazard report. We acted swiftly to protect the community." My jaw dropped. "You're gonna wish you hadn't." I called the sheriff. Not the local HOA rent-a-cop. Real law enforcement. And I had one thing on my side that neither Karen had counted on: my back camera had offline storage. When I reviewed the footage, my blood ran cold and hot at the same time. There they were. Tuesday morning. Karen with wire cutters. Rachel holding a clipboard. Snip. Snap. My power main cut manually. They even high-fived. That was it. Criminal tampering. Trespassing. Malicious intent. And best of all, HOA officers can still be held liable as individuals if they exceed their scope of authority. 2 hours later, Sheriff Donnelly knocked on their door. This time, they opened. And oh, the shift in their faces when he showed them the footage. Karen tried to stammer something about neighborhood safety, but Rachel, she just squealed and pointed at her sister. Classic. By Monday, I filed the lawsuit. My lawyer nearly cackled at the evidence. We went hard: property damage, food loss, loss of security, emotional distress, and defamation. Turns out the Karens had emailed the HOA claiming I was hiding dangerous equipment and refusing inspections. Lies. Flat out lies. The courtroom? Pure poetry. Karen wore pearls. Rachel cried. The judge, a no-nonsense woman in her 60s, stared at the footage 3 times, then looked over her glasses and asked dryly, "So you believed shrubbery justified illegal electrical tampering?" Karen actually nodded. The silence that followed was glorious. Then came the ruling. This is a gross abuse of HOA authority and personal vendetta disguised as neighborhood safety. I'm fining each defendant $1 million. The HOA will be audited. Their positions are revoked, effective immediately. Gasps. Rachel sobbed into her sleeves. Karen looked like she'd swallowed glass. I swear I heard someone in the gallery whisper, "That's what you get." Outside, reporters swarmed. HOA drama goes viral fast. Especially when it's caught on tape. My inbox exploded. Everyone from the local news to HOA reform groups wanted to talk. Even a podcast requested an interview. And the Karens? Let's just say Rachel moved. Karen tried to appeal. Denied. Then got voted out of the HOA completely. The twist? A month later, I found out their entire hazard report had been a cover to install hidden cameras on my lot. Yeah. For surveillance purposes. Judge added a restraining order and an additional privacy violation to the file. It was over. Done. Sometimes Karma shows up in boots and a badge. Sometimes she wears a robe and carries a gavel. All I had to do was show the footage, breathe, and let the law do the dame. Oh, and next time a Karen sister stares too long at my rosemary bush, I'll wave. Smile. Then check if the cameras are rolling. Want more true justice drama like this?